26-year-old Iniobong Umoren was just trying to secure her future. She was hustling like so many young Nigerians when she responded to what seemed like a legitimate job offer. But behind that opportunity was a predator, Uduak Abasi Apan. He had set a trap that she would never escape from. This is the brutal story of a murderer who didn't just take a life, but left a trail of horror behind him. And as authorities dug deeper, they found signs that Iniobong might not have been his first victim. But there's another dark layer to this story. Some netizens speculate that Uduak wasn't just a random killer. They believe he had powerful connections. According to rumors, he was allegedly working for top politicians, supplying body parts for rituals. There's no definitive evidence of this though, but some people swear it's true. Iniobong Umoren had just completed her philosophy degree at the University of Uyo, and like many young graduates, she was eager to find work. On April 29, 2021, she took to Twitter posting that please, she was looking for a job, help. Uduak Abasi Apan saw that tweet. He responded, offering her a fake job interview. It seemed like a chance at employment, but it was really a death sentence. She told her friend, Umo Uduak, about the interview. She was excited and she even sent the location, just in case anything went wrong. But she had no idea how much danger she was in. When she arrived at the location in Akwa Ibom State, she realized too late that there was no job. There was just Uduak, a man with violent intentions. He essayed her, then he killed her. And to cover his tracks, he buried her body in a shallow grave right there on his family's property. After hours of silence from Iniobong, her friend Umo became alarmed because no interview takes this long. She took to Twitter to raise the alarm. She tagged influential people. She was demanding help. She did not stay quiet. That tweet went viral. It drew massive public attention. People started tracing Iniobong's last location using technology and social media efforts. Pressure mounted on authorities to act fast. It didn't take long for the police to zero in on Uduak Abasi Apan's house. When they arrived, they made a grim discovery. Iniobong's body buried on the premises. She had been murdered and the supposed job interview had been nothing but bait. But the horror didn't end there. During their search, authorities found women's clothing, shoes, bags, and wigs scattered around the property. Some of the items were linked to Rayfield International Schools and Eno Abasi School in Uyo. These were clues, evidence that Iniobong might not have been the first victim. Survivors also came forward. One woman testified in court that Uduak had previously lured and raped her using the same fake job interview scam. He had done this before. The question was how many more women had fallen into his trap. And then came the darkest rumor of all. As the case gained national attention, some Nigerians began speculating that Uduak was more than just a random criminal. There were whispers that he had ties to powerful politicians, men in high places who allegedly used him to do their dirty work. The most chilling theory, that Uduak was supplying body parts for rituals. Some believe that his family's suspiciously well-connected status meant he maybe wasn't working alone. They claimed that the Apan name carried weight in Akwa Ibom, and that Uduak may have been protected by influential figures. Again, there's no concrete evidence of this, but some people insist that's why he was so confident in his crimes, because he thought he was untouchable. Whatever the truth is, it wasn't enough to save him in court. Uduak was arrested, but he wasn't the only one. His father, Frank Apan, and his sister were also taken into custody. Why? Frank Apan was accused of helping to conceal his son's crimes. There were suspicions that he had been involved in covering up the murder, probably even assisting with the burial. His sister was also implicated. Some believe she knew more than she admitted about what was happening in their home. But when the case went to court, both of them were acquitted due to insufficient evidence. Uduak, however, wasn't so lucky. On August 4, 2022, the Akwa Ibom State High Court in Uyo delivered its verdict. Uduak Abasi Apan was found guilty of murder and rape. The judge, Justice Basi Nkanang, handed him a death sentence by hanging for the murder and life imprisonment for the rape. But even in his final moments in court, Uduak tried to escape. As soon as the sentence was announced, he bolted, attempting to run out of the courtroom. But the security officers were faster and they caught him, they restrained him before he could make a move. That was the last fight he ever put up. He would now face the consequences of his actions. Iniobong Umoren's murder was not just another crime, it was a wake-up call. It sparked outrage across Nigeria, particularly among women. Her case highlighted the dangers of fraudulent job offers and how easily young women could be lured into traps. All you have to do is post a fake job offer online and people will come. The outrage led to massive online campaigns, protests, calls for justice. People wanted answers. Had Uduak done this before? Were there more victims buried somewhere? Did his father really not know anything about this? And was he really connected to powerful politicians? Did the authorities investigate to find out if there were more victims? To this day, those questions remain. But one thing is certain. Uduak Abasiakpan was a predator. And this time, I believe justice was served.